Welcome race fans here for Talladega Motor Speedway here for the Hardee's National Series. Bobby Jones qualifying the pole here. As the green flag waves, we are racing 42 opponents. We'll be trying to conquer this 2.66 mile super speedway and their chances of becoming a race winner here at Talladega. Bobby Jones there with an excellent start there. You see Caleb Huffman going high up there out of turn 2, but Bobby Jones holding onto that lead. Eric DeMax is right behind that number 6 machine. James Richardson there in the 17 following on tow. Mason Gordon coming into this race tied with the points lead with Dylan Schwallenberg right there in the 14. They are going to be both fighting hard for this championship here. Nick Salmon and Luis Hernandez are 3rd and 4th in the point standings. They're also going to be in the catbird seat in terms of gaining points potential on these two competitors as well. As here they come down to the tribal. Chris Dodd has issues near the back there. Looks like there is no 4th gear. Maybe the 4th gear is not intact for that car so far, but what a tough break for him. But lap 1 comes to an end. Bobby Jones leads the first lap as he's going to block Mason Gordon to the bottom of the track there. And PJ Williams is right there to follow. Dylan Schwallenberg there. And there you see a couple of the Athenian cars making their way up to the pack as well. It's already an exciting opening lap here for Bobby Jones here at Talladega. PJ Williams is now taking the lead away from Bobby Jones, but you look at the middle of the pack there. Here comes Eric DeMax. They are going to go 5 wide down the tri-oval here. It's going to get dicey up here. Contact made. Josh Crash and Eric DeMax are banging fenders. And up the racetrack they go. They're still making contact. And they all save it miraculously. How they didn't wreck was beyond me, but that's probably one of the best moments I've seen in the Hardee's National Series this year. Some good old beating and banging. I didn't expect that at Talladega whatsoever, but that was crazy, and that could have been a scary wreck waiting to happen between the two. Excellent car control from both car number 5 and 40 there. As you see that they are actually 3 wide racing here. This racing has already gotten aggressive here in the opening stages of the Talladega race so far. But Jake West has now taken the lead away with James Richardson 2nd. Hayden Klein is in that 3rd spot there. Sidner in 4th. And then you have Eric DeMax in that 5th spot. He saved it earlier. Now he's going to try and take that 3rd spot away. What a run for Eric DeMax here. What a way for the crowd to get on their feet early on. Here they come towards lap traffic. Cole Deaver's going to stay in that middle groove there. But he's going to hold up Charlie Smith just a bit there. And that middle lane's going to get held up. And then there you see Deaver goes to the bottom of the racetrack there. And that's really going to make that inside line quite upset. Lap cars are certainly not friendly here in the Hardee's National Series. Pretty much a rude awakening to the motorsport here. As there you see Huffman now going to the middle there. Eric DeMax getting a shove from Dylan Schwallenberg there. John Art has made his way inside the top 5 here. John Art, he's been rather quiet today, and maybe we could see him be a dark horse in this championship here. Not really the championship, but for a win here at Talladega. Almost won at his home track in Texas, as Bobby Jones is now going to make an aggressive move underneath Charlie Smith for the 2nd spot, and he will take it without much of a hassle there. Bobby Jones up to P2, but now they've all got to run down Garrett Sidner. Boy, have they swallowed up Garrett Sidner there. Bobby Jones has now closed in on the 20 there. He's going to try and get a slingshot maneuver, and he's got no help there. As Bobby Jones dive bombs turn 3 there. You can't really dive bomb Talladega, but he enters that corner extremely hard there, trying to get around Garrett Sidner. Sidner has to yield, and there you see Charlie Smith and looks like the 88 of John Art there in the mix. You can see so many cars in that pack there. A couple of underdogs in there. David Culpepper, Casey Lester, PJ Williams isn't really an underdog either, but a lot of drivers looking for their first win of the season here and ever in the Hardee's National Series. The Fear Sport cars of Josh Crash and Matt DeLeo. We haven't talked about Matt DeLeo that much this season. He's just struggled all year long, and he's certainly trying to turn things around for this team. He's really done the worst out of all those cars right now. Josh Crash is trying to get a good recovery in terms of the latter half of the season as well. He's been having some decent runs in and out, but he's one of the more inconsistent drivers as Bobby Jones has taken the lead away. Dylan Schwallenberg is now up to P2. Hernandez is now to 3rd, but already that's how quickly you can get suckered up here at Talladega. Once the suck up kicks in and you're the lead car, you are a sitting duck just like that. Bobby Jones continues to lead over Caleb Huffman, but there you see two more lap cars coming into play, Wade Brummer and John Bunnell. Those two cars have been rather slow all race, and they're side by side, and that's certainly not going to help the grooves of these drivers here. And Bobby Jones decides to stick low. Jake West is going to go way up high in the racetrack. Schwallenberg's going to follow. A lot of cars are going to try and skip high, but it's going to soon backfire as John Bunnell now goes up high. You see West is now going to look through the middle line to see whether he can make it work or not, make it stick. Hoffman goes to the bottom. PJ Williams staying in the middle there, and he's going to get set out to dry. And Bobby Jones puts an aggressive block, not able to make it work. And Hoffman denies that as he's going to go to the inside of Bobby Jones for position. David Culpepper, he's one of the few upset winners of this series here. He's trying to maybe bring another upset for this team. They're kind of one of the more under the radar kind of teams in terms of performance, so they've been one of those guys that either can run really up front and you don't really notice until the end, or they just are just mid-pack at most. So David Culpepper's team, that team is certainly doing a pretty solid job in terms of speed for this Speed Energy Toyota, so no pun intended. As there you see Garrett Sidner getting help from James Richardson and teammate Nick Salmon there. The Field Brothers cars have both had victory this season, and they are doing a great job as well. As see James Richardson's now going to go for that race lead. Salmon's going to give him a nice shot in the corner there into turn 3, and he's going to sail it into the corner, and he's going to take the spot away as they're going to encounter Colby Jackson. And he was one of the former Ford drivers last year. He is now in a Dodge this year. And Colby Jackson's not had a good season because of the speed and the equipment behind that car. But look who's going down the inside. John Art's getting assistance from Dylan Schwallenberg. He's now going to try and look for that race lead. He goes around in the triangle, and he's going to lead a lap here. What a run for John Art here. He's certainly happy here. CJ Racing, CM Racing to be exact, are going to be really proud to see how John Art performs here today. He's been running up front in this race all so far. Let's see how it turns out for him later on. Again, here they come to more lap traffic. Kermika Jazin this time around. And remember what happened at California between the 14 and the 5 as well as the 4. And much to the Schwallenberg's displeasure, Kermika Jazin's going to hold up his line as well as those behind him. Jake West, DeLeo, and several others are going to be stuck behind him as the Mace Enterprise cars are going to be leading this pack here. But look at Nick Salmon. He's going to go down to the bottom. Luis Hernandez is sitting there in that 4th position. He's been quiet all race. And he's now going to try and abandon Mason Gordon here. These are points that can be gained on the line here between the 10 and the 14 as well as the 18 and the 12. All of the top 4 contenders, and look at Luis Hernandez zoom by on the inside line. He tried to swerve his way to make things happen, but couldn't quite make it work. And look at the run Garrett Sidner had. But Eric DeMax now your leader with lap cars still playing a role here. Look at the back half of the field here of this first pack. They are getting just as aggressive as the front runners up here in this little mini pack itself. But I think even so, they're going to reform and combine each other into another massive pack yet again. Nick Salmon has been holding onto the lead here out of turn 4, and look at Garrett Sidner. He makes it a dive into the inside. Bobby Jones went with him for a moment, but now he's going to try and make it 3 wide. The pole sitter's really trying to prove that his pole was not a fluke. Bobby Jones now trying to take the lead away from Garrett Sidner and Nick Salmon as he's going to head into turn 1. He's got help from Caleb Huffman there. A lot of Fords are running in this pack here. Dylan Schwallenberg, Mason Gordon, and several others. Hayden Klein, we mentioned him. A lot of these same guys that have been running in the front have been remaining there ever since. There's David Culpepper in the back. So we've got all sorts of manufacturers running in this main pack here. Schwallenberg's now going to lead that inside line with James Richardson. They're tandeming onto that corner there. Not trying to bump draft exactly, but Dylan Schwallenberg goes on the inside. He's going to take the lead again, and we've had a lot of lead changes in this pack so far. Let's see what James Richardson's going to do. He goes up high with the 14. BJ Williams looked like he wanted to go down low, but he gets suckered in the middle there. And Dylan Schwallenberg's going to be leading this lap this time around as they are still 3 wide right behind this 14 car. Dylan Schwallenberg has had 2 victories in a row this season, and those are the 2 wins of his Hardee's career. Can he go for 3 in a row? Dylan Schwallenberg certainly very confident that he could be that person that could fulfill that chance here. But look who's right behind him. Charlie Smith and Eric DeMax, as well as John Art leading that inside line. We still have a long ways to go here at Talladega. We still have yet to have a caution here, and this has been one of the cleanest races I've seen here in the Hardee's National Series. Jake West has taken the lead away from Dylan Schwallenberg. James Richardson is right there behind. Look at the pack behind him, 4 wide again. These drivers are just slowly getting more antsy-nancies as the laps are gradually winding down here at this super speedway. As here they come towards Cole Deaver. Deaver's going to hold up. There's smoke there. I think someone's blown up. That is Zayden Davidson in the 35. And look at Dylan Schwallenberg. He's going to try and go high there. Cole Deaver's right there behind. And it looks like they're not going to be able to make it work there. Hoffman now going to the bottom of his teammate. There, it looks like the teammates aren't playing nice with each other anymore here. This is an all-out brawl. Here at Talladega, we still have about, I'd say or so, like 20 cars in that pack, to say the least. And Caleb Hoffman certainly trying to lead some laps here, getting some bonus points, gaining points to be exact. There you see the Fierce Work cars working together of Matt DeLeo and Josh Crash. These two have been struggling all season, like I've mentioned before, and they're certainly trying to showcase the effort they can put together once they're in a good pack and in good results here, in a good situation. And they're certainly doing that so far. So the Dodges are running very well for once here at a H&S race to be exact. But Caleb Hoffman's still leading. Hernandez is right there behind. Hernandez has been the guy that's been runner-up for the top 5 car. He's not really had a presence in terms of front running, but he just is consistent. That's, I think, what's Luis's best strength. His best strength, to be exact, is just being consistent. And I think that's something we'll have to look out for. He could be a dark horse in winning this championship here. And that could be quite interesting to see how this Martin Motorsports entry can do here at Talladega. Coming to 10 laps to go. Caleb Hoffman holding on to the lead here. Bobby Jones is right there. He looks underneath. Hoffman puts the block on the 6. And PJ Williams is right there to shove Bobby Jones to the front here. Hayden Klein's going to go to the bottom. Lap cars are going to be in the way. Bobby Jones is going to go down the inside. He's going to be looking for that race lead here. Down the trial will they go. There you see 3 lap cars in the way. Here they come. Bobby Jones will be able to lead the lap, and he's got the lead right now. They've got to encounter lap traffic quickly, and contact made. Kyle Bisceglia, and both cars collide. Shelley up the track, and it's a big crash here, and we've got ourselves the big one here at Talladega. A bunch of the front runners are involved. Eric DeMax, Josh Crash, Mason Gordon, one of the points contenders there. There is Jake West. Charlie Smith, Garrett Sidner was running high up in the points as well. There's James Richardson, heavy front end damage to the Zest machine. And what a heartbreak for Bobby Jones and a couple of the others. John Arndt got swept up in it. There's Caleb Hoffman's car. He had one of the dominant cars today. His race is done. And what a heartbreak for so many of the front runners there. Bobby Jones made contact with Kyle Bisceglia. Their lap cars again are just a huge nuisance here in the Hardee's National Series, and this is one of the demonstrations, to be exact, of what happens when lap cars play a role here in terms of a leader's demise. Looking at slow motion, it looked like the 99 just came down in front of Bobby Jones. Bobby Jones was committed to that inside line, and by then, there was just no place to go. And Bisceglia tried to save it, but he just went up the racetrack into Hayden Klein. There's Garrett Sidner. Oh, vicious hit for Caleb Hoffman there. And you see Jake West, he was slowing down for the wreck. He gets involved. Eric DeMax got turned by Luis Hernandez. They were all trying to avoid this wreck at the same time. John Arndt, there you see he gets front end damage to his race machine. And pretty much that's all history from here. Just a lot of front runners swept up from a silly accident here at Talladega. Certainly not what I don't think Bobby Jones or the others wanted to see at all. And that what was a awesome green flag run. We went to lap 29 of the race there. It's going to end here today with a big crash here that's brought out our first caution. Here's another angle. Bobby Jones was already committed to that inside line. The spotter did not tell the 99 that the 6 was there, and I think that was just really a misjudgment call from Kyle Bisceglia. You see him slide to the track. Hayden Klein was having an excellent run too, and he ends up getting a wrecked race car again. That's really a summarization of a lot of these drivers this season. When they have good runs, it just doesn't turn out for them at the end. They just can't wrap it up. And you see so many cars on the bottom of the track. Both the Fierce Work cars collected there. Nick Salmon actually looks like he got through the wreck unscathed, so he's fine. Dylan Schwallenberg, we saw him and the Office Depot car get through the wreck. Luis Hernandez had slight damage there. John Arndt, like you mentioned, he got collected. He had an excellent run. Same thing with David Culpepper. So a lot of big names and a lot of underdogs got swept up in this wreck. And already lap cars already proving to be controversial in this series this year and as for last year, and that's really just kept really just nagging on here for the press to say here at the end. I don't know what will happen to the 99 here after this one, but there's going to be a lot of talks after this one here at Talladega. Riding aboard Bobby Jones, you see the contact made. Yeah, Bisceglia went down the track and just nothing they could have done there, and you see the mayhem right behind him, just the amount of disharmony and discord around the track at Talladega, and that is the nature of the beast there. And you see a lot of the points contenders actually getting through that. That's 2 of them, and 3 of them actually from Hernandez, Schwallenberg, and Salmon. So pretty much they're gonna have an opportunity to gain some ground here, especially for Dylan Schwallenberg. He could extend that points lead. On board with Caleb Hoffman, and there's the contact there, and you're just gonna hold on to the ride here. Just no place to go, and he slams that outside wall. And that's a hard hit for the barrier, and Hoffman able to get that car going, but that, for what he had an excellent run coming in here, it's come to an end here today. What a heartbreak for this 16 team for Turner Fenway. Mason Gordon's on board there. He's gonna slow down for the wreck here, and just nothing he can do from there. And he's just gonna get run over from behind, and that's just history from there. A lot of back end damage for the Delphi machine. Certainly not what Mason Gordon wanted to see. This is gonna hurt him quite a lot in the point standings, but he didn't get as much severe damage as some of the other competitors there. But this is certainly still gonna hurt him nonetheless. Dylan Schwallenberg's on board. He got through the wreck unscathed, and just watch how he did it. And you see, he just literally just went to the bottom of the side of the racetrack, so he got pretty lucky there. Same thing with Luis Hernandez, even though he got slight damage to the front of his car, but Dylan Schwallenberg able to get an opportunity to get 3 in a row here at Talladega. Nick Salmon's been quiet all race, but once the accident happened, he had some guts of glory here. As watching, he applies the brakes. You see Garrett Sidner spinning up the track there. He stays up high, and that's all he's hoping for, just the smoke to dissipate, and certainly he got through that just fine. And you see the damage 55 in front of him with the 21 number on the rear end, but what a avoidance from Nick Salmon. This is going to help him quite a lot too. With so many damaged cars, he also has an intention of winning this race as well. Back underway at Talladega after a huge crash. It has taken out a lot of the competitors that were running up front, but you see a lot of them that didn't pit, that have damage. They're going to get hindered by a lot of other race cars here, and they're going to get hurt in this run. Look at Mason Gordon with the back end of his car destroyed. He's actually still balling, trying to get himself a good point spot. If they could do something well with this could be a championship saving moment for them if they can win this championship here. But right now, it's the battle for the lead between Dylan Schwallenberg, Bobby Jones, and Luis Hernandez. Hernandez goes to the bottom, Schwallenberg follows on toe, and Dylan Schwallenberg's gonna try and take the lead away. Nick Salmon's in third there, and that third car in line, he's gonna try and take the spot away as well. Bobby Jones now drops to fourth. Salmon looks bottom of the racetrack there. He's gonna now try and take second away. And what a run here. Look at Chris Dodd. Even though he's a couple laps down, he's able to gain some spots here potentially. But even though it's another one of those cases where if he were on the lead lap, this would have certainly been an amazing run for Chris Dodd here today. There you see Mason Gordon. He's actually still running in that fifth spot. What a true thug here. Doing a great job there. Milton Campbell and the Blue Flare car. They're getting, due to that amount of attrition, they are able to make their way up into the pack. There's see Zach Twickinger. He's had a terrible season as well. You see Johnny Gardner, TJ Martin, Lydia Rogers, Emma White, Corey Williams, Daniel Conway, and there we see Cody Lamas. Lamas has been on a downslope this season ever since those few wins he's gotten, and certainly Cody Lamas is certainly looking to find some good old runs again for this 34 team. They've been struggling ever since then. Back to the front though here, Dylan Schwallenberg still leads over Luis Hernandez and Nick Salmon. Schwallenberg is looking for win number 3 of his career and of the season to extend that points lead. Salmon goes down the inside. What a run there from Salmon. He certainly had a slingshot maneuver waiting to happen, and Bobby Jones is now going to assist that 18 to the front here. He's going to block high on top of Luis Hernandez, and Hernandez's shot may be over from here on. Looking at the pack back there, Milton Campbell still doing a fantastic job in that top 5. Corey Williams trying to make his way into the top 10 yet again here at Talladega. He got a great finish last time we were here. And with this new kind of layout at Talladega, it's not much of a difference to say the least. So Corey Williams certainly using his super speedway expertise to get up inside that top 10 here. As there you see TJ Martin trying to block Lydia Rogers there. As looking near the front again, and we've got ourselves a battle for the lead here with 2 laps to go. Nick Salmon to the bottom of the track here. Bobby Jones is now going to go to the inside as well. Hernandez will try and do the same. 2 of the Martin Motorsports cars are right in the mix, but Dylan Schwallenberg denies Luis Hernandez, and he files back in line to 3rd. Two laps to go here at Talladega, 2.66 miles here at this super speedway, and we've only got a 4-horse race to decide it all to take the checkered flag. But it's Nick Salmon leading over Bobby Jones. He's had a very fast car under the radar. Salmon's been rather quiet all race, but now he's made a presence here to the front of the pack here today. Here they come down the tri-oval. It is going to be the white flag here for Nick Salmon for the Dairy Queen machine. 1 more lap to go here at Talladega. Can he hold on from Bobby Jones, Schwallenberg, and Luis Hernandez? Bobby Jones is pushing that 18 extremely well here at a turn 2. He looks like he might be waiting to make a move, but Dylan Schwallenberg's going to try to do it otherwise here. He goes down to the bottom of the track there, but Luis Hernandez is going to stay high. I think that might have been team orders from the team there. And looks like Schwallenberg not able to get that position away. Nick Salmon, I think he's smooth sailing unless Bobby Jones can make a move here at a turn 4. He's only got a couple shots to do it, but Bobby Jones is not moving at all. I don't think he has enough momentum to really catch that 18 whatsoever. And down to the tri-oval, it's a single file train. Nick Salmon is going to take the victory here at Talladega, his 2nd win of the season here for 2017. In an intense battle near the back, that was a 3-wide battle for position there, but mainly the battle between Flickinger and Casey Lester. And Casey Lester's going to get 6, but Zach Flickinger will get a top 5 here today. What a run for him. Lydia Rogers gets a 8th place spot. Cody Lamas actually 7th. And look who got 9th. That is Mason Gordon with no back end. This driver got 9th place here. What a run for him. That's going to certainly help cushion somewhat of a deficit from Dylan Schwallenberg here. And Daniel Conway will get a top 10 here. What a run for car number 2. I think Daniel Conway's certainly been on the upward slope here. I actually think he'll be better off next season if he runs again. So we're going to see what Daniel Conway can do. I think once he stops wrecking, which he has been recently, he can get some good runs in. So we know there's a potential in a lot of these drivers here. But congratulations to Nick Salmon on achieving victory here at Talladega. We only had 1 caution, and that caution was the deciding factor of the race winner here, and Nick Salmon avoided the big one. He got past Bobby Jones, Schwallenberg, and Hernandez, and just like that, he got victory yet again for Fuel Brothers Racing. We'll take you to the full race results, and you will witness the Dairy Queen doing a full-on burnout here at Talladega. We hope to see you next time here at North Wilkesboro.